She going right there, eh? It's Danae here from Danae Loves You Outdoors. Finally back up at the Woodlot. I'll give you a little update. There's the lake down there. I'm up on the top of the mountain at the food plot. Yeah, so I haven't been up here in quite a while because of the weather and hunting season, and had a bunch of stuff to do at home and all that kind of stuff. You know how that goes. Anyhow, I'll get you turned around here and show you what's going on, what I've been doing the past couple of days. Okay, so we had a couple of snowstorms. Was talking to someone who's up here who has a camp way over on that side, on the other side, and he was saying the last snowstorm we had, or the second last, we had about a foot up here, and then we got rain, and so it knocked it down quite a bit, and so we've had a few little flurries after that. So it's not too bad to get up here. I had the tractor. There's one of our old stands. So before hunting season, I was up here collecting this firewood, and at that time I could get up here with the dump trailer and the tractor. I had the tractor parked over right in this pile of brush. There it is, way over there. I'll show you that here in a little bit. And so all of these trees that I knocked down in the fall, or I guess it was early spring, the deer were in here eating it all summer, all into the fall. We had all kinds of pictures up here of deer coming in, and this hinge cut area in here, I did go through one time and cut a trail and cleaned it up a little bit. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit more. So I guess, like I explained in the hinge cutting the last time, so usually what you do is you go through and open it up a little bit. Anything that's dead, my plan was I was going to pull out of there with the skidder and cut that up as firewood. And so that's the plan, is I'll clean that up a little bit. Anything that's, not going to live, I will haul out of there and clean that up a little bit. So the plan is continue the hinge cutting in the winter that away, to give the animals, to give the deer and moose and stuff something to eat through the winter. And so right now what I'm doing is I'm cutting way over there on the road, where I want to put this bigger food plot, or pond, sorry. And like I mentioned before, quite a while ago, once I get all of this cleaned up, I got to cut in through there. There's a high spot. So eventually, once all of these trees out of that big bowl are out of there, then I have to build a berm and a dam there. And like I mentioned before, that's all rock way on that other side. And I'll show you here in a sec over on that other side what the plan is. Okay, so I just came from over there. So I was coming in through here, picking up and cleaning up all the hardwood. The last time, take my time and kind of cleaning it out. That was the last spot that I cleaned out. So what I was doing, I'd drive right down there with the tractor, load the rounds onto the front bucket of the tractor. And what we did is we loaded it into the dump trailer. So down in here, this is where that large pond's going to be, and you can see there's water trickling out. Yeah, so right over there where I knocked some trees down over the past couple of days, that's where another berm's going to be. And like I've mentioned in the past, that pond that's up there on the other side of that deer stand, the water comes out of that pond and comes down here and goes through a culvert on the road right here where I'm standing. And then there's a couple other little filter streams that kind of work their way down. Okay, so got the tractor right in the center of the road. So what we were doing, we were just knocking a couple of trees down over the past couple of days. And unfortunately, all the trees around the road are leaning towards the road because of sunlight. So as you can see, the birch tree right there is kind of leaning in. So that one wouldn't be too bad to fall this way. So eventually all of these trees, I want to clean them out. So that's why I'm cutting them kind of high so I can pull the stumps out. And it's a little easier to see once I get over on the other side of the tractor. But there's going to be a road and a berm put in here. Hopefully you can make that out. Okay, so that's the road coming up the mountain. So once you hit down the mountain, head that to the right a little bit. That's where the log cabin is, down on the lake. So this is all our hardwood. You can't really tell on the video, but that goes up there quite a ways. And then this little road continues right over here. So over the years, what I've been doing is trying to clean the road, widen the road out, and take all the firewood. So usually I'll just leave the dump trailer right in the middle of the road, and then in the past used to just knock some trees down right on the road, chop it up, and then throw it in. But now it's been a little harder to do that, so what I've been doing is loading it in the front bucket and then loading it that way. Yeah, so just take my time, just kind of playing. So like I said, been up here a couple of days, just knocking a few trees down. And you can see that little stream running down there. So right where I'm standing, eventually, once I get the machine and the dozer and maybe the skidder and tractor, I'll be digging all that dirt out and then ramping this up and then building a berm and a dam all the way across to that big rock outcrop. And then way over on the other side, do the exact same thing. So no hurry to do that. So what I'm doing, I'm just knocking a few trees down so I can let them dry. And then, like I said, the deer will be in here. That's why I'm kind of doing a video. So I'll come up here in a couple of days or next week and see if there's any deer tracks. And then what I'll do over the winter, if I can get up here, I'll just continue knocking a few trees down here and there to widen this out, give them something to feed on, and then kind of pick up and clean up later on, maybe early spring if everything's still frozen. See how things go. Yeah, I drove into the campsite earlier, got the dozer running, fired that up. Couldn't get the skidder going. I got the cables boosting it right now, so I'm going to drive down there. I'm going to take the tractor out of here and park it down the road. Anyhow, that's it for now. So if you could, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?